Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Car Question. It's now time to discern the crown to the top compact pickup truck of 2018 by Car Question. And I hope you saw the video that we did with the 2018 Toyota Tacoma Limited, because you're going to find all what we like and dislike about this truck in that video. We also did another one, a little bit older though, but you're going to see that this truck can do some amazing thing off-road. Feel free to check that out before you check which one we prefer. But first, why go for a compact pickup truck? Probably for somebody who likes to go around town much more than in the wood. Somebody who doesn't want to tow a lot of stuff. Somebody who wants to save on fuel economy and want to keep that amazing capability to be able to park itself between two cars and turning around tree when it's going to be off-road time. Also, you might save on the price depending the kind of machine that you're going to choose, but fuel efficiency is also a big question. More and more, the compact pickup truck is getting closer to those full-size truck with a lot of innovation that you get from those. Still, let's go with the competition. We're going to talk about the Nissan Frontier. This is probably one of the oldest truck around, which is still existing. For 2018, you've got the rear view camera on all model, the AC and the cruise control. And I thought those were standard stuff on all vehicles right now. Yep, evolution is there. And you've got also Midnight Edition that will add some accent of black on the truck. On the plus side, the Pro 4X version is capable off-road. You can still get the choice of a manual or an automatic transmission. 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, they are reliable mechanics, but on the downside, it's archaic, it's really old. It feels also like an old truck. It looks like an old truck. It's way more than 10 years old that this truck has been sticking around. The fuel economy is not really there with those old technology. The interior is full of plastic. It's really riding like a truck of the 1990s and not like today's comfortable and appreciable road handling of the new trucks. You can tow up to 6,290 pounds with that truck, but ooh, believe me, don't do that, okay? You're gonna see that this could get scary. The Honda Ridgeline is probably one of the best truck when it comes to do some city chores. I saw the comments, a lot of you guys told me it's a city truck, it's not a real truck, but there's some kind of niche for the Ridgeline. Some people like it, and I can understand why. For 2018, you've got nothing major beside a mix in the name of the option. On the plus side, this is the best road handling you can get with a pickup truck. This is the kind of truck that likes curves, that likes acceleration, and it's also offering great bite on the tarmac. You've got some cool options like the speakers in the cargo box. You even get some storage right under that, and it's really robust. You probably saw the video where the manufacturer fight with each other on who's got the strongest bed, aluminum, steel, and how about the Ridgeline? Yep, it's still capable. You've got also the possibility to open the panel in two-way. It's really comfortable inside also, but on the downside, the multimedia system really is bad. You don't have any transfer case, don't have any low range, no locker, nothing like that. So that's why probably it's sticking with the reputation of a city truck. Also, ground clearance is an issue. You can tow up to 3,500 pounds with the front-wheel drive version and 5,000 pounds with the all-wheel drive version. That is sport utility vehicle territory. You've got also a tons of security feature, but they're really sensible. So this might be the perfect truck if you stick more in the city and probably go to the camp on the paved road once or twice a year. You've got the Chevrolet Colorado, and boy did it change. For 2018, you've got the 7-inch screen that comes standard. You've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto with that also. On the plus side, you've got a strong towing capacity. It's much more superior when you compare it to the rivals out there. You've got a great road handling, it's maneuverable, it's comfortable, you've got a tons of technology, and it's easy to use. But the thing that I really like about the Chevrolet Colorado is how you can personalize it to your taste. You want a darker version, you got one. If you like chrome, well, go for it. But if you like an amazing off-road machine, go with the ZR2. This is the most capable compact pickup truck that you can get right now on the market. And the best of it, it comes with two engine choice, diesel or gas. If you want to do some off-roading and need a lot of torque, well, go with the diesel. But if you like to do some Badger runs, go with the gas version. But remember, it's much more stronger with the gas version. And that's probably one of the saddest points, because the diesel is not really performant. It won't give you full acceleration. Take note also that the seat in front are kind of narrow. The regular version of the Colorado won't give you enough ground clearance to really go out there. Remove that plastic before you go out or you're gonna risk to broke it. And the fuel economy is not really impressive. We're getting into much more bigger truck territory rather than compact size economy. What's happening on that? Probably a mix of the transmission, mix of the engine. The diesel version though, you're gonna pay more, but it's gonna be fuel efficient. You've got also its cousin, its brother, or maybe the precious one between the two, the GMC Canyon. For 2018, it's nearly similar. It's the 7-inch screen, standard with Bluetooth, voice command, and they added some line when it's gonna come to towing to be able to align your trailer when you will want to hook it. It's really identical to the Colorado, but the style is really different. When you go for a GMC, it's probably that you like a little bit more luxury, more refinement. If you don't like the sound of the road, that's going to be perfect with that one. On the plus side, the V6 is quick. The Denali version is probably one of the most luxurious package that you can get in the compact truck segment. You've got the style of a big truck also, if you like that. But on the downside, it's really looking like a big truck. You don't have any off-road version like the ZR2, that's kind of sad. And the plastic, once again, remove that plastic band in front of the truck because you're gonna hit it as soon as you're gonna see one little rock. And remember, the fuel economy might need a little improvement. So that sums up what we're gonna find in the market. I know some of you guys around in Europe, you've got the nice Volkswagen that are really amazing. I saw those when I went to Tunisia and they seem really capable truck. You've got the Fiat. Fiat also is doing some compact pickup truck in the world we don't have over here. It might help the sales, the brand, if they sold it over here. And probably one of my favorite is the Mercedes-Benz pickup truck. Yes, it's luxury at its finest, but with the Mercedes-Benz image, and I really love that. It's also a strong performer off-road. So let's talk about the future though before we discern the crown to the winner. The Ford Ranger, man, everybody's waiting for that compact pickup truck. What's gonna happen to the F-150 sales? Because there's a lot of buyers out there that simply roll in this city. Would they rather go with that compact pickup truck? Because in the past, the Ranger was really a strong seller. Even Mazda with its B series, they sold a lot of them, and I can still see those on the street, so they were really reliable. So in the future, the Ranger is going to be really impressive. You will have the possibility to customize this one, either choose a regular version or go with the Raptor that we saw announced in Thailand. And what we know about it right now is the Labrador box frame that's going to be really resistant. Elsewhere in the world, you've got the diesel engine, but here it's going to be the 2.3 liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder. And if they go with the Raptor version, well, this little engine can punch from 280 horsepower to 310. And how about power? The torque. 300 pounds-feet of torque and 350. That's going to be a great and amazing range that they can get with that little engine. 10-speed automatic transmission, Dana track-lock differential, terrain management system to optimize off-road travel, consisting of 4 modes: normal, grass or mud, gravel, snow, name it. This is going to be an amazing machine. And I don't know if you saw the video out there, but it's really impressive what it can do. You've got also the Jeep Wrangler pickup. What's happening, Jeep? We're waiting for you. You promised us this year, but you're making us linger. Still, Jeep is the hotbread of FCEA. Without Jeep, okay, maybe Ram, it would be ugly with the sales. So they say right now, 2019, for lifting the cover on that truck. You said 2018 FCA, what's happening? You're making a lot of ink drip from everybody's pens and keyboard. And how about you guys? Are you waiting for the Jeep Wrangler pickup? That's a great question. Okay, and now it's time to deserve the crown to the big winner. Okay, please note that we evaluated all trucks, and a compact pickup truck needs to be capable off-road, capable on the road, need to offer good fuel efficiency, need to give you some technology and need to be able to get around town because you're not going to tow every day with that. Still, towing is important and even more off-road capability. So there you go. This is going to be our recommendation. And also be sure to note that if road handling was our most important criteria, the result would have been different. If reliability was our most important criteria, result would have been different. Anyway, feel free to tell us what you think in the comment section down there below. Do a thumbs up because you like a car question and don't forget to subscribe. As for myself, I think I'll, probably run away in that nice snowstorm. Take care.